Have you ever wondered why some people seem to make better decisions than everyone else? They stay calm under pressure. They recover from failure faster. They spot opportunities that everyone else misses. It's easy to assume they were born smarter or more talented. But in many cases, they simply spent years learning from people who came before them. And that's why one of the most powerful hobbies you can develop is reading biographies. Not because biographies are entertaining. Not because they're filled with motivational quotes. But because they give you something that's almost impossible to buy. Experience. Here's something most people never realize. Your life is limited. Even if you live for 80 years, you'll only experience one career, one perspective, one set of mistakes, and one journey. But every biography lets you live another life. When you read about an inventor, you experience years of trial and error. When you read about an entrepreneur, you witness impossible decisions, massive risks, painful failures, and unexpected victories. When you read about a leader, you understand how they stayed calm when millions of people depended on them. For a few hours, you borrow decades of someone else's experience. And that's incredibly valuable. Because experience is the world's most expensive teacher. It charges you with time. It charges you with failure. Sometimes it even charges you with opportunities you'll never get back. Biographies allow you to learn many of those lessons without paying the full price. Think about it. Most people quit after their first failure because they believe successful people never struggled. Then they read a biography. They discover that almost every successful person was rejected, ignored, criticized, embarrassed. Some went bankrupt. Some failed dozens of times. Some were told their dreams were impossible. Yet they kept going. Suddenly, failure doesn't feel like the end anymore. It feels normal. That's a mindset shift that can change your entire life. But biographies don't just teach resilience. They teach judgment. Every chapter presents a decision. Should they take the risk? Should they quit? Should they trust this person? Should they wait? As you read, your brain naturally starts evaluating those choices. You begin asking yourself, what would I have done? Then you compare your answer with what actually happened. Over time, your decision-making improves because you're constantly practicing without even realizing it. That's why many of the world's greatest investors, entrepreneurs, and leaders recommend reading biographies. Not because they want inspiration. Because they want better judgment. There's another hidden benefit. Biographies destroy the illusion of overnight success. Social media shows you the victory. Biographies show you the 20 years before the victory. The sleepless nights. The failures. The doubt. The discipline. The sacrifices nobody applauded. Once you understand that success usually takes years, not weeks, you stop chasing shortcuts. You become more patient. More consistent. And consistency is what separates people who dream from people who achieve. Here's something fascinating. Every biography contains patterns. Different countries. Different centuries. Different industries. Yet the same lessons appear again and again. Discipline beats motivation. Curiosity beats talent. Persistence beats intelligence. Character matters. Relationships matter. Time matters. When hundreds of successful people teach the same lesson, it's probably worth paying attention. And here's the best part. Reading biographies doesn't require special talent. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need perfect grades. You don't need to be naturally gifted. All you need is the willingness to spend a little time each day learning from someone else's life. Imagine reading just one biography every month. That's 12 extraordinary lives every year. After 5 years, you've studied the thinking, habits, failures, and decisions of 60 remarkable people. Most people spend those same 5 years scrolling through content they'll forget tomorrow. Who do you think will make better decisions? Who do you think will handle setbacks better? Who do you think will be more prepared when opportunity arrives? Success isn't just about working harder. It's about thinking better. And few hobbies improve your thinking as much as reading biographies. Because every page gives you a lesson. Every chapter gives you perspective. Every life gives you wisdom. So if you want one hobby that quietly gives you an advantage over almost everyone else, start reading biographies. Because while others are wasting time being entertained, You'll be learning from people who changed the world. And one day, the decisions you make because of those lessons might change yours too.